If you work in hazardous areas or with hazardous area equipment, you've probably heard of IECEx, but what about IECEx? Are they the same? Which one do you need to know about? Let's clear it up. This is IECEx explained in a few minutes. If you're struggling to understand the EX industry, you're not alone. I'm John from insightEx, and we provide training and support to help people and organisations understand this complicated industry. So what is IECEx? IECEx stands for the International Electrotechnical Commission System for certification to standards relating to equipment for use in explosive atmospheres. Got that? So it has a very long name but a very simple goal, and that is to make sure that equipment is tested, certified and installed safely and consistently around the world. IECEx is a global certification scheme. It's not tied to one location like IECEx in the EU. This means it's used in countries like Australia, New Zealand, the UAE, South Africa and loads more. I've already made a video about IECEx, so let's look at how IECEx is different from IECEx. IECEx is a legal requirement in the EU and the UK. If you're selling or using equipment in those markets, it must be IECEx certified. IECEx is a voluntary scheme, but it's internationally recognised. So if you're dealing with global projects, IECEx certification makes it easier for you to move and use equipment across borders. IECEx is Europe only and relies a lot on self-declaration by the manufacturer, with some third-party involvement. IECEx always requires third-party testing, and it's a global scheme. It has over 35 member countries, but there are around 200 countries in the world, so it's not global, but it's the closest thing there is, and it covers all of the big markets. The IECEx approach often means more third-party involvement, more documentation and more trust, but in reality, the IECEx and IECEx systems are very similar, especially when it comes to the actual products, as both systems use the same set of standards for design and testing. You can have one project and get both IECEx and IECEx certification, which a lot of people do. So who actually uses IECEx? Manufacturers who export globally need IECEx certificates for all of their products. Installers and end users working across multiple countries and in high-risk industries like oil and gas, mining and chemicals use it. And increasingly, government and regulators use the IECEx scheme to benchmark safety. There's also more than just equipment certification. Unlike IECEx, IECEx covers personnel competency, service facilities and even explosive atmosphere testing labs, which are also peer reviewed to keep global consistency. So should you care about IECEx? If you're working in the UK or EU, IECEx might be enough for you. But if you want to export equipment internationally, have global clients, access the biggest global projects, or you just want a gold standard of EX certification, IECEx is definitely worth doing, even if it's alongside your IECEx approval. It helps prove your equipment, people, and your quality procedures meet a recognised high-level international standard. Unfortunately, in order to get your market access to most countries and regions, you still need a separate region-specific certificate on top of IECEx, but most of the time they will accept the IECEx testing. And you'll need to go through a paperwork exercise, possibly an audit, and of course pay in order to access that region. I'll do another video explaining how IECEx helps with global market access. If you're looking for a deeper understanding of how IECEx applies to you or your organisation, check out our website to see our training courses and free resources, or feel free to drop me a message. See you on the next one.